So I want this video to serve as one of those adult conversations. I really want you to appreciate where I'm coming from in this story. And to have this conversation, I'm going to do this with Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Mike. How you doing?
Well, I'm going to have a hard conversation for some people to hear. I believe the second half of the year, and I actually said this on my daily financial news today for June 7th, if people want to go see it, that I think the second half of the year is going to see rates working their way lower, ultimately down to near 6%. We are going to be operating in an environment of reduced inventory for the foreseeable future, meaning the next year and a half. New listings never materialize during the spring, and they're not going to come in the summer and winter. So it's going to be tough for first-time home buyers. And I want you to hear me. You need to be prepared. You need to reach out to folks like Matt, the mortgage guy, and get really prepared. Hard credit pull, know what you can buy. Because if I am right, inventory doesn't show up, new listings don't show up, and rates fall, all you got to do is go back to February of 2023 and see what happened. Demand's going to go up. And heaven forbid we go below 6. It's going to be, April 2022 all over again. So I am fearful that rates go too low and it sparks too much demand. But as rates fall and we don't get inventory, only the prepared are going to get deals. It's not the interested, it's the prepared. So that's kind of where my head's at. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and I live this every day, Mike, where somebody's like, this house is a 10 out of 10. By the time they get the application filled out and pre-approved and ready, it's already in contract. And we're in an environment already where there's limited inventory. And so the stuff is going to go fast. And to your point, and I think I'll probably mess up the quote, but like, success happens when preparation meets opportunity.
Right.
You can control being prepared. You don't know when the opportunity is going to come up, whether that's, somebody's moving and, they live 3 doors down from you and they're going to give you a great deal on a home because,
right,
you help take care of their mother-in-law or whatever the case may be, right? Like if you're prepared, pre-approved, know your numbers, know what's a deal and not, like, a testament to one rental at a time and doing the work, you wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit you in the face if you didn't do the work up front and you're not prepared. So I always tell people, and the funny part is it's time, resources, and money for me to run a credit report, have the team review it. We might spend an hour to 90 minutes on each individual file, making sure that our advice to you and the advising that goes with a pre-approval is accurate. And that's for your benefit, whether you buy, whether you don't buy. And so do that either with us, greatmortgagebroker.com, or with somebody else that you like and trust, so that when opportunity comes, you're prepared. Because I think you're right. I think rates slowly trickle down. There's no magic faucet that's going to open that's going to release a bunch of inventory. You and I both know that because we're realists.
Well, I look every day. I'm not just some pretender on TV, right? This is what I do every day. Yeah, it's not coming.
Right. And so, get yourself prepared. Part of being prepared, if you're thinking about buying, is getting pre-approved. I don't know, I've seen less and less.
I want people to really realize that. I want to set up the story that you did earlier. The 10 out of 10 house comes across and it's at the price point you like. So you find that. Now they come to you, Matt, thegreatmortgagebroker.com, bingo bango. How long from that web, whatever link or lead to actually pulling and putting a file together so they can get a real, are we talking best case 48 hours?
No, best case, 12 to 24. And it's really depending on how busy we are. Our promise to people is between 28 or 24 and 48 hours of getting all the things, which is full application.
That's the key. Exactly.
All the documents.
That's what I'm trying to, I want people to realize when you find the 10 out of 10 and you're not full filed and ready to go, you're days away because you got to get this, you got to get that, you got to get this. You don't know where your tax return is. You don't know where this. A full file is not easy for the average consumer who does it one time every 10 years to put together.
And here's the thing too, you could have the full pre-approval done Don't be the borrower that says, what's the max I get pre-approved for? And Mike, it's scary, but it happens. That's all you look at, right? Then this literally happened within the last couple of weeks. 10 out of 10 comes up. Husband says, this is the one. My wife told me so, right? And I'm married, so I know how that works, right?
Yes,
this is the one. Put in an offer. Somebody else puts in an offer. As they're trying to digest and work through, does this truly fit in our budget? Is it that? I talked to list side, a person I've known for 30 years. And I think that we did a great job because we had relationship and rapport to paint our client in a great light. They're well qualified. They're ready to roll. They tell their realtor, we got to sleep on it. We got to do this. The other side, Mike, said, like, they apologized to me. Matt, I'm sorry. I tried to give your clients as much opportunity as I could. The fact that, you know, they were thinking about it and kind of back, that scared my seller a little bit. We don't want that to happen 3 weeks into contract. We went with the other offer where they were signed, sealed, they were ready to roll when we countered both. And so that's what happens. If you do the work, if you know your numbers, this price point, this down, this payment, I know it, right? Then you're out there looking at homes that match your budget and
or lower.
Right. And you know it, right? And or lower is a great point. I know many who do the pre-approval process correctly, where I go, listen, you're pre-approved way above what you're looking for, but you told me 450, you told me this payment amount. So here's what it looks like around there. And they won't even ask me what's the max, because 650 or 700 doesn't matter. They don't want the payment associated with that.
That's awesome.
And I applaud folks. Like, I'm naturally conservative. I like using debt and I use it as a tool, but I'm conservative to where I want to be able to drive Uber and pay my mortgage. If it comes to that, right? Not that tough in the mortgage industry yet, Mike. No, Matt, the Uber guy yet.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, it's I just want to paint the vision, because again, this is an adult conversation. It may not be what you want to hear. I believe rates through the end of the year go down. I believe inventory stays where it's at or goes lower. I believe that means that the supply-demand curve is not in your favor, but they're prepared. The folks that do the work, that have the full file, your chances are increased. It guarantees nothing, but at least you're able to take the shot. If you can't take the shot, you're guaranteed to miss. So please hear me. We are going into an environment where the prepared will win. The interested will fail. In this game of buying an owner-occupied home, being prepared means to have a file. Reach out to someone like Matt, the mortgage guy, or I recommend him and his team. How would they do that?
GreatMortgageBroker.com. Simple and easy form will connect you no matter where you're at. We're in 48 states. GreatMortgageBroker.com. I'll say it as well, Mike, that besides the fact that there's very little inventory, we've got a backlog of pre-approved buyers who have done the work and they're on the sidelines. Some of them by choice, and some of them have put in offers and can't get accepted. So I've heard from mortgage folks across the country, similar, type of things where 80, 90, 100 pre-approved buyers, when opportunity comes, they're ready. And so we've got some demand essentially sitting on the sidelines. You want to be one of those prepared versus somebody who's brand new and trying to throw something together and then get yourself into something that you maybe haven't thought through. I want that for you too. I want people to really, truly find something that fits in their budget and have some good conversations before writing the offer.
Yeah. And if you happen to be in Fresno, California, we actually have Amy at the hub. We would love to help you there individually. And if you want, we can get you on a podcast, document the story, and see if we can't help you move the needle forward. Again, we're trying to document some more stories of people doing things like buying their first home, VA, FHA, all of that. We'd love to share your story. We'd love to give you some extra help as well. Shout out to the Amy and the team at the hub. Matt,
yeah, for sure. If you're in Fresno, same thing. GreatMortgageBroker.com. Once we know in your Fresno, we're going to connect you with Amy. Full support of the Matt the Mortgage Guy team, and we're going to do our best to not only document but make sure it's a great client experience.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, Mike.